My name is Joseph Bayer, Executive Chef here at White Horse Village. Today we're going to talk about our lobster tails that are available for purchase in our retail operation in the cafe at White Horse Village. From time to time I do get quite a bit of requests on how to cook these lobster tails, and today I'm going to demonstrate a couple different ways of how we cut them, and I'm going to demonstrate a little bit of herb butter that we can put on this when we roast them in the oven. So today what we're going to do is we're going to do an oven roasted lobster tail. Just going to talk a little bit about these lobster tails here. We buy these lobster tails here at White Horse Village, and the ones that we do purchase are from a cold water. So they're from either Maine or upwards towards Canada. The cold water lobster tails are definitely a lot more sweeter and tastier than the warm water lobster tails. Warm water lobster tails tend to be a little bit bland, and the meat is not as meaty as the cold water lobster tails. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a little bit of presentation and demonstration on how to fabricate these lobster tails and how to cook them. So we're going to take this lobster tail. I'm going to do two different types of presentations for you, where we just split the lobster tail entirely in half. We're going to make some herb butter to go on top of it, and then I'm going to do another presentation where we just cut the backside of the shell and flip up the meat, and it makes for a more dramatic presentation if you're having a nice dinner party at your home. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to just do the latter of the two that I just explained, and I'm taking some kitchen shears and I'm just cutting down the back of the tail. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my thumb, my finger, and I'm going to roll it up the side here on both sides, and I'm going to loosen up the lobster and pull it out. I'm going to loosen up the meat of the lobster tail and pull it right out. Okay? Now this can be a little tricky to do sometimes, so you need to be patient with yourself and just take a little extra time to do that. Now you can see this is basically, if you've been to birthday night here at White Horse Village, this is how we do our lobster tails for birthday night. Okay? Split right out of the tail, just out of the shell, just like that. Now another one that I'm going to do for you is where I take a heavy knife, a kitchen knife, heavy kitchen knife here, and we just split the lobster tail right in half. Okay? So I'm going to show that to you right now. Just take the heel of the knife, and you can go right through the lobster, just splitting it up. And every now and then you might find a little entrail that goes right through the lobster. You just want to take that and just peel it right out. Very similar to how we peel shrimp. Today we're going to oven roast these, and you could very easily do these on a grill, on the barbecue. Be a great thing to do during the summer. You can even do these anytime during the winter, fall, any time of year you can do these lobster tails just like this. Now what I'm going to do is we're going to do a little bit of herb butter. Okay? I have a selection of some herbs over here. I have some chives, rosemary, some tarragon, which tarragon goes great with lobster, and I have some chives. Okay? So we're just going to take a little bit of each. Okay? Going to strip down some rosemary and take a little bit of tarragon, and we're going to take a little bit of this thyme right here. We're going to take our kitchen knife here and just chop these up really quickly. So I'm just going to chop this up. You can chop it as fine or as rough as you want. Okay? And then we're just going to take this, and I'm going to add this to this bowl. Okay? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a little bit of this unsalted butter. I use unsalted butter just mainly because I want to have the flexibility to add as much salt, pepper, seasonings, or whatever it is I would like. So I'm going to just take a little bit of this butter, put it in here. This butter is nice and soft, so we're going to be able to mix this up real nice and smear it all over the lobster before we put it in the oven to broil. So I'm just taking this butter here. I'm going to make a nice little herb butter. I'm going to add a little bit of salt and pepper to this. Just a little bit of salt and pepper. And I have a lemon here, lemon. And I'm just going to put the zest of some lemon in here. This is a microplane. You can get this in any specialty food store. Just going to put a little bit of lemon in here. And then what I'm going to do is I'll save the lemon as well. And I'll squeeze it over the lobster tails before we put them in the oven. So now that I have this herb butter mixed up nice with all these herbs in there, salt, pepper, and some nice lemon zest, I'm going to take a spoon and I'm going to smear it on the top of these lobster tails here. I'm just going to use the back of the spoon, just very nicely, just smear it right on here, okay? And don't be afraid of how much is on there, okay, because butter's good for you. Pick it up, smear it on there, because it's going to melt right into your lobster tail. And then we're going to get these right into the oven. I have an oven preheated at about 375 degrees. I have a convection oven, so in your home what you might want to do if you have a regular conventional oven is heat that oven up to about 400 degrees. So what I'm going to do now is take these and I'm going to put them in the oven. I'm going to put them in the oven for about 12 to 15 minutes. So I'm going to check out these lobster tails. They've been in now for about 12 to 15 minutes, and I can tell you they're looking really good right now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take them out, we're going to check them out. They're looking beautiful. I'm going to touch them a little bit. They're nice and firm to the touch. Check that out. This is a beautiful lobster tail that we can serve on our dinner. Nice dinner presentation. So now we have these lobster tails here, looking really nice. And take them both out. As you can see, again, we just did two different types of presentations here. One a very simple presentation, and the other one a little bit more of a dramatic presentation. So I'm going to take these kitchen tongs here, and I have a couple of plates, and we're just going to do a couple simple presentations here. Now when we do these at birthday night, you can certainly get them with your filet mignon, or you can just have it all on its own. And these ones right here are just simply split right down the center with some beautiful herb butter. And then what I like to do is I like to finish them off. I like to take the lemon. This is a lemon I use to zest into the butter, the herb butter that I made. What I do is I like to roll this, and what it does is it takes the juices inside and loosens them up. It breaks up the cells of the pulp inside the lemon, and it makes it easier to squeeze. And then what I do is I just take a simple squeeze, just hold my hand over there so I don't get any seeds. So I get a little lemon there, a little lemon here, okay? And then if you want, you can just serve a little bit of lemon right on each plate. And you can finish it off with a little bit of fresh parsley. And you have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful lobster tail for your dinner party, cookout, whatever you want to have. So there you have it, folks. You got some beautiful lobster tails here. You have a nice presentation here, a little bit of a dramatic presentation where it's split out of the shell, laying right on top of the shell. And we have them cracked right in half here. And might I recommend to you, when you have your lobster, serve it with a little bit of Pinot Grigio or Chardonnay or something. It'll make a perfect complement to what you're serving. Thanks, folks. Hope you enjoyed this episode of Lobster Tales here at White Horse Village. Have a great day.